Life, it's seen different when you observe it different. When you look at things in another perspective. When you get that and you learn how to do that, then you innovate and you find also the pleasure of life, I think. So my name is Jaime Hayon and I'm a designer and artist from Madrid, from Spain. Well, the story is that I've worked for Fitzanson for like the last decade, for almost 10 years, and I've designed some of their furniture. Now, I did also the accessories and a lot of different things, so I think it was quite natural that suddenly somebody would ask me to design the space as well. So I tried to make a space without any edges, like more curvy, and more, you know, like with the right use of color, I think. The part that I enjoy the most of the process is probably the fact that this was a 1950s house and that we tried to conserve the windows and some of the architectural outside elements to it, and then try to integrate some modernity in it. And this kind of sense of style that I have, you know, put together with tradition fits really well. And I think that's quite innovative and quite challenging. Well, I think I have a lot of favorites. I mean, I love the way the flowers are set up with the ikebana, which is really nice. You know, I think it's a beautiful piece that you can let the customer, you know, finish the work by enjoying the flowers. It's like an empty vase. I think I don't have a favorite because every work I do in general, it becomes a little baby for me and I learn from it. So, you know, I would say I invite people to explore the place, to enjoy the exhibition, to look at the, you know, the work and see the beauty around. I think there's a part of the soul that it's actually represented there. Well, I think for me the most important for the younger generations is definitely to believe in themselves. You know, I think that's something we unfortunately you know, don't have so much. The most important for a young person is to try to be itself by believing in their work, believing in their self. So I said, do one thing, but do it right and do it for you. You know, I think that's the advice, to believe in their own style, to believe in their own identity. Well, I think, you know, I try to have a vision that it's like I'm like a kid, you know. I try to start from zero every day and try to look at things with fresh eyes, you know. It's more like a philosophy of life in which I try to focus on learning every day, on trying to start, you know, and look at things with a third eye. And I think that's a sensitive way of looking at the world, you know. If you put yourself in a comfortable position, you never would imagine something new and challenging. I always say, okay, even if I'm good at doing that, I don't stay in the comfort zone. I'm like, you know, fuck it, you know, let's start from zero again. You have to observe differently. You know, life, it's seen different when you observe it different. When you look at things in another perspective. When you get that and you learn how to do that, then you innovate and you find also the pleasure of life.